this finds you well. And dealing with this new reality. I've found the importance of ritual this time is really valuable. So just today, a little gentle practice to honor that and hopefully connect us all, even though we're socially distanced in this virtual community. So to start out, let's just ground down through our feet. Maybe pedal out through the feet and just pay attention to where that lands on the pads of your feet and your heels. Let's take a big inhale, pull those shoulders up and back, pull them down. And you'll notice that it opens your chest, maybe even lifts your chin up a little bit and opens your palm towards the front of the room. This mountain pose. Let's go ahead and inhale and fill the belly and the ribs up underneath the collarbones. And feel yourself grow just a little bit taller. Inhale, let the hands float up overhead. Invite a slight back bend if that feels good. Fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flattest back. Exhale, release. Inhale, come on up, let the hands float up overhead. And come into heart center. I was doing some drafts of this. I didn't realize how bald I was. You'll see just exactly how bald a guy is when he does yoga at home on a video. So let's go ahead and take that right hand to the outside of the left, top of the left head there. Just don't pull that head towards your shoulder, but just guide it. As your right ear falls towards your shoulder. That left shoulder pulling down, the fingertips reaching for the ground. And breathe, filling the belly, the ribs, up underneath the rib cage. Probably holding a lot of tension in your shoulders and neck area, among other places. So we move through the practice today. The idea is just to unstick any of these places. Let the energy flow freely throughout the body and hopefully out into the ether. Let's go ahead and bring that head back to center. Let the right hand fall down. Let's just go ahead and switch sides there. Left hand to the outside of the right head and just guide that ear towards the shoulder as you reach the fingertips of the right hand down towards the ground. And breathe. You can let the head come back into center. Both hands down along your side there, palms forward, and just let your head fall and roll from side to side. Inhaling, exhaling. When you come back to center, fill the belly, fill the ribs, up underneath the collarbone, and feel yourself grow even just a little bit taller. Inhale, hands float overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flattest back. Step right foot back, left foot back. Holding here, plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, chin and chest. And come up into just a baby cobra. And push back into your downward facing dog. Pedal out through the feet, this first downward facing dog of this practice. Let your gaze come forward, walk your feet up towards your hands, and just hang into that forward fold. Slight bend in the knees as you roll yourself up, hands meet overhead. Invite a slight back bend if that feels good. Exhale, fold forward. Step the right leg back, come back into low lunge. Let the knee come into the ground. Inhaling, reaching, hands tall, palms facing towards one another. And that breath again, inhaling in the belly, up into the rib cage. Feeling that nice stretch along the right side. One more inhale, growing tall. Exhale, frame that front foot, step back into your plank pose. Holding here for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, chin and chest, and then just inchworm your way up into that gateway of the arms. Tuck your toes. Push back into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. On an inhale, let that right leg float up, step it through. Left knee comes down to that low lunge. Inhale, hands come up, palms facing one another, growing just a little bit taller. And breathe. Inhale, hands frame the front foot, step the left foot forward, hang into that forward fold. And this time, feel free to grab opposite elbows, just moving from side to side. Let the head shake yes, the head shake no. And a slight bend in the knees as you roll yourself up, hands meet overhead. Invite a slight back bend. Let's bring our hands down through heart center and pause here. Let them come to the side. Inhale, the shoulders come up and back, the palms face forward again. Exhale, retain this position. Inhale, hands float overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back. Knee comes down, up into your low lunge, palms face one another, reaching up, breathing here. Inhale, exhale, let the hands frame the front foot, step back into your plank pose, holding here again, pulling that belly button to the spine. Lighting a little fire there. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees, chin and chest. Come up into a little bigger expression maybe of your cobra. Tuck your toes. Push back into your downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, steps forward between the hands, right knee comes down. Hands come up into low lunge. And breathe, fill the belly, fill the ribs. And tuck it up underneath that collarbone as you exhale, working in reverse order. Inhale, exhale, let the hands come forward, step the right foot forward, hang into that nice forward fold, let everything loose. Let the head come down. Let's just bend the knees a little bit, and you can step on your fingers or yogi toe lock and bend the knees, and let's just, as we work those legs towards straight, feeling that tailbone reach for the ceiling, the back straighten out and flatten out in line with the head. And play with this for a little bit. You can bend the knees,
and work them towards straight. And when you get towards straight, then if you find your legs trembling, back off just a little bit and breathe. That if a drop of water were on your tailbone, it would flow just right down your spine, off the top of your head. Inhale, slight bend in the knees as you roll yourself up, let the hands meet overhead and back through heart center. Hands come to the side, inhale, they meet overhead, this time grab, steeple grip, exhale over to the left, rooting down through the right leg, inhale up, back through center, exhale over to the other side. Inhale back through center, exhale over to the other side. And 4 or 5 more times at your pace, matching the movement and the breath, and paying attention not to rush through it. Maybe even slowing it down by a half or a third. Inhale back through center. Let your hands come down in a nice forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees as you roll yourself up. Hands meet overhead. Invite the slight back bend. Fold forward. Step that right leg back. Come into your low lunge. Drop the knee. Hands come up. Palms face one another. Let those shoulders fall back. If you find yourself reaching up like that, just pull them back a little bit. Let the chest come towards the chin, filling the belly, filling the ribs, up underneath the collarbones. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands come forward, frame the front foot, step back into your plank pose, holding here for 2 breaths series. Inhale, exhale, tuck that belly button towards the spine. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees, chin and chest, and worm your way up into a little bigger cobra. Tuck the toes, and downward facing dog. Let the right leg lift, step through. Left knee comes down into that low lunge, and again, up. Nice stretch along that left hip and quad. Inhale, exhale forward. Bring the left foot up and hang into that forward fold. Letting everything go. Slight bend in the knees as you roll yourself up, hands meet overhead. Hands come into heart center. Hands come along our side, float them up. Gaze can follow. Exhale, forward fold, that left leg goes back, left knee comes down in low lunge on this side. Inhale up. Reaching those fingertips towards the ceiling, but leaving the shoulders in place. Inhale, the spine grows tall. Exhale, it stays tall. Inhale, fold forward, step that right leg back into plank pose, holding here again for 2 full series. Pulling the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees, chin and chest, and come up into that
Biggest expression maybe of your cobra yet. Tuck the toes into your downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up, it comes in between the hands, right knee comes down. One more low lunge here. Inhale up. Grow tall. Inhale, exhale. Hands come forward, right foot comes forward into the nice forward fold. Let the head shake, yes. Let the head shake, no. Slight bend the knees as you roll yourself up, hands meet overhead. One more time, hands come through heart center and pause here. Taking stock. Inhale, exhale, let the hands come to the side, the shoulders, spine stays straight. Inhale, hands meet overhead, and this time take the opposite grip you did last time. Inhale and exhale over to the right, grounding down through that left foot. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the right. And again, 4 or 5 times at your pace. And if you can slow it down by a third or a half, great. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, let everything out. Nice forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flattest back. Exhale, let everything go. Slight bend in the knees as you roll yourself up. We'll meet in chair pose. Inhale, exhale, deepen. Inhale, hold, exhale. Let's just do a nice chair salute. Fold forward, let the hands brush the side of the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale up. Exhale, deepen. Inhale. Stand up. Hands come back down to the side. A couple more chair salutes there. Just again, get a little fire, build a little energy to help those things that are stuck get unstuck with this movement and this breath. Inhale, hands come up. We'll meet in chair pose. Nice. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, hold. Exhale, let's fold forward in a nice chair salute. The hands just brush the mat. Inhale, back up into chair pose. Exhale, deepen. Hold one more time. And inhale, rise up. Hands come down to our side. Inhale, hands come up, step the right foot back into warrior one this side. And just coming in and out of it, warming up. Maybe bending that front leg, straightening it. Next time you come forward, nice deep bend in that front knee. And just check in with your toes on your left foot. Are they gripping the mat? Is your weight distributed equally between your right foot and your left foot? Make any adjustments with that back foot if you need to. And that balance between the front and the back, and then the centering. Inhaling up, exhale, holding. Filling the belly, filling the ribs. Your gaze is strong out in front of you as you inhale, straighten that front leg. The left hand can come down to the left hip. And leading with the chest, we fold forward. Inhaling, coming back up, letting the arm and
Back of that palm lead the way. Exhaling forward. Inhaling up. If you look down and your toes are all smushed up and gripping, lift them. Let that weight be evenly distributed between the front and the back foot. Matching the movement and the breath. Coming forward with your chest. Exhale. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward. Inhaling up. The next time the hand comes up, bring the other one along, come back into Warrior One. Nice deep bend in that front knee. Inhale, exhale, centering down. Go ahead and open up into your Warrior Two. That back foot can spin out. Gaze out over the front hand. The back hand can come to rest on your right thigh. Reverse your warrior. Here for a couple of breaths, no hurry. And bring your head in line with the rest of your spine, that arc. Inhale, exhale, come forward in side angle pose. Left forearm can come to rest on the left thigh rather. Reaching one long line from the fingertip on your right hand all the way to the outside of that right foot, sealed down. And breathe. Open up your chest a little bit to the side maybe. Inhale, come back up into Warrior Two. Settling. Again, are you gripping with your front toes? That weight distributed equally between the front and the back, the balance of this pose. Inhale, step forward, we'll meet in chair pose. Inhale, hold, exhale, deepen. Inhale, hold, exhale, just a forward fold, a chair salute, let those hands brush alongside the mat, come back up. Inhale, holding chair pose, exhale, deepen. Inhale, back up top. Hands come to the side. Roll the shoulders out, pedal out through the feet before we do the other side. Come back to the front of your mat, balancing between the pads and the heels of your feet. Inhale, hands meet overhead. Step back, Warrior One, other side. Left foot comes back. Nice deep bend in that front right knee. And inhale, straighten, exhale, deepen. And use this opportunity, take this opportunity to balance the pose, to make any micro adjustments. If you find yourself gripping with those right toes, maybe pull them off the mat. And the next time you come forward, holding your Warrior One here, and breathe. Let the inhale, let your spine grow taller, and when you exhale, don't allow yourself to collapse. On your next inhale, straighten that front right leg. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, lead with the chest as we fold forward over that straightened leg. Inhaling up, letting the palm lead the way. Exhale, forward. Inhale up. In this moving meditation, as Christina likes to say, as we match the movement and the breath, inhale up, exhale, folding forward. Next time you inhale up, let the other hand come along for the ride, back into your warrior one. Nice bend in that front right knee and pull those toes up off the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come into your warrior two, kick that back foot out a little bit, allowing that opening. Make sure your right knee is tracking over your right ankle. Inhale, let the hand come down to the left hand come down. Reverse your warrior, and again, holding here for a few breaths. And take the opportunity again to make any micro adjustments with your alignment of your head as a natural extension of that spine. And open up to the side. Breathing in. Inhale, exhale, come forward, side angle pose, left hand comes along for the ride, reaching. One nice long line from the tip of those fingers to the outside of the left foot. Inhaling back up to warrior two, holding here for a couple breaths. Finding both the movement and the stillness in this pose. There's a lot going on. Inhaling, growing tall, exhaling, staying tall. Inhale, step forward, hands meet overhead. One more chair pose. Inhale, hold, exhale, deepen. Inhale, hold, exhale. Fold forward, let those fingertips graze the mat. Inhale, back up into chair pose. Exhale, deepen one more time, holding here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, maybe deepen a little more as we inhale, root down through the heels and push your hands forward. Let your hands come back to heart center, pausing here. Hands come down to the side. One more time, just check in with those feet. Let the hands float overhead. Grab the left side of your head with that right hand and just guide that right ear towards the right shoulder as your left shoulder pulls down. Those left fingertips reach for the ground. Inhale, allow the head to come back to center. Switch out your hands. Guiding that left ear towards the left elbow. Shoulder pulls down on the right side as your fingertips reach for the ground. Right along the side seam of the body there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, allow the head to come back to center. Hands alongside, and then just roll that, let that head fall forward, the chin. And notice if anything is unstuck from when we first did it. Or if there's any place that still needs breath or attention, direct your breath there. Come back to center, let your head just hang. And on an inhale, bring your chin up level with the ground, let your spine grow tall. Inhale, hands meet overhead. Exhale, fold forward, one flow here. Hop, step, or jump back to plank pose, holding here. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Tuck your toes back into your downward facing dog. Hop, step, or jump to the front of your mat. Hang into that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Flattest back, exhale. Let everything go. Slight bend of the knees as you roll yourself up. Hands meet overhead.
and to the side. Inhale, hands come up, forward fold, step right leg back, left leg back, and let's just meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, let that right leg come up, and we can open up that side hip just for a few breaths here. Three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, bring the right knee towards the right wrist. We're coming into pigeon pose here. And before we come all the way down, let's just stay up like this for a little bit and take advantage of the back bend aspect of coming into pigeon pose. With your hands rooted down on the mat, maybe just pull that chest up towards the chin a little bit, a nice opening, slight back bend. Inhale. And on your next exhale, you can bring your elbows to the mat. You can stay here. Make a little landing spot for your forehead. And play around with the position of that left knee. If you move it back a little bit, it might intensify the stretch. And if you've gone too far, just back away from that. Play around a little bit from side to side before we come into a nice hold here. And when you get there, and by all means, if you're flexible enough to come and bring your forehead to the mat without going too far, and just breathe here. Inhale, start to bring yourself up, ground down through those elbows and forearms, push yourself up, and one more time, just a little bit of a bringing the chest through, slight back bend. Now as you roll back on that right hip, let the left foot and leg come forward. Into a hurdler stretch. Inhale, spine grow tall. Turn your chest towards that left knee and ankle and foot. Flex the left foot. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, let that chest fall forward. Maybe the hands walking out a little bit. Inhale, hold. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, hold. Exhale, deepen. Grounding down through that right hip. Inhale, hold, exhale, and then just let the head fall. Feel that nice deep stretch. When we come out of this, I want to come out in stages. So let's just inhale and come halfway up. Hold, pause there. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. The spine grow tall. And just a little counter twist here. That right hand can come over on the outside there. And just a little arc here, back the other way. And let the head come in alignment with the spine if it's down in the dog dish or looking up or looking down. Inhale back up through center. Bring the hands to the front of the mat. Step back into a plank pose. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees, chin and chest or full chaturanga up into your cobra or up dog. And push back into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, the left leg lifts up, open up that side. Three-legged dog, nice hip stretch here before the left leg comes through. Left knee reaching for left wrist. Adjust that. I almost messed up there, huh? Right knee slided back to intensify the stretch as you need, and again, maybe a little bit of side to side movement here. And before we come all the way down, let's just come back up into that pigeon pose. If you've jumped to the downward pose, let's bring that chest through a little bit. Nice little gentle back bend here. Inhale and exhale, go ahead and come down. The forearms can come to the mat. Head can come to rest on those hands, or if you're flexible enough, go ahead and let the head come to the mat. Go ahead and make sure that right foot is laid out, the top of the foot comes down. And when you find that spot, if you've gone too far, back off a little bit, and let's just breathe here. Inhale, allow yourself to come up. Those palms on the front of the mat. Just pull yourself forward one more time, that chest reaching for the chin slightly. Inhale, exhale, and let that left hip come back. Swing the right leg around as it goes long. Nice single leg forward fold here, seated. Inhale, up. Rotate slightly, facing that knee and ankle. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, let the chest come forward. Inhale, hold. Exhale, deepen. And notice any differences on this side. Certainly there will be. And send the breath there. Inhale, hold, exhale, deepen. And when you get to that final spot, or if you've gone too far, just back off a little bit and then just let the head fall. And again, coming out in stages, inhale, come halfway up, pause here. Exhale, stay. Inhale all the way up, grow tall. And just a nice little counter twist here as well. That left hand can come down. We can bring that right hand over. And breathe. Inhale back through center. Hands come to the front of the mat. We'll step back into plank pose. Lower down one more time. Full chaturanga. Inhale up into cobra. Tuck your toes. Back into your downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Let's come into a nice child's pose here. Sink back. Let the head come down. Touch the front of the mat, touch the mat. And here, as you feel that expansive breath in the belly and the ribs, reaching those fingertips maybe even just a little farther out. We'll pull ourselves forward And meet on our mat with our head towards the front of the mat on our backs. Nice bend in your knees. Do a dynamic bridge pose here, a little twist before we take Shavasana. So again, with those knees bent, make sure that weight is in that pressure and weight and resistance or grounding is in the heels here. You're not gripping with your toes. As we inhale, we push into the heels, lift the belly, lift the ribs, lift the hips evenly, exhaling down, one vertebrae at a time. This time as we push in and lift those hips, the hands come along overhead, inhale up, exhale, hands and ribs move in synchronicity with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And 3 or 4 more times at your pace. The end of the exhale, tailbone touches. The end of the inhale, the hands touch overhead and the hips are at their highest point. On your next inhale, float the hands overhead, the hips come up. And as we roll down this time, leave the hands in place with a nice chest opener. And stay here for 3 breaths. Let the hands come along the side. Maybe just windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Bring your knees back to a bent position, feet flat on the mat, and push into those heels and shift your hips over slightly to the right. Let the knees fall to the left. That left hand can come on top of the right hip to magnify the twist just a little bit. Right hand comes out to a T and the gaze can follow. Breathing here. Inhaling, filling that side body, expanding the ribs all the way up underneath. Inhale, let the knees come back up to center, push down, center your spine again, move that, shift those hips back over in the center of your mat. And let's just pull that left leg in, let the right leg go long. Let the left leg go long, pull the right leg in. Let the left leg join, pull both legs up towards the chest and just give yourself a little back massage, rolling out through to the right, to the left. Let the feet come back down on the mat. Push into the heels and shift your hips a little bit to the left. This just helps relieve any back strain. Let the knees fall to the right. The right hand can come on top of the left thigh. Left hand comes out to a T and the gaze follows. Inhale, legs and knees come back up to center. Push into the heels, center yourself again, and take anything else you need before we come into Shavasana here. Grab a blanket or a prop if you need it. Maybe windshield wiper the knees from side to side, anything else you need. And when you're ready, go ahead and extend those legs long, hands along your side. And just where we began, this supine mountain pose. Inhaling, letting the spine grow tall, pulling the shoulders back, palms facing upward. Opening yourself to the energy. Let the eyes shut down. And just focusing on this breath. As other ideas or thoughts or things about the future or worries or concerns or regrets pop into your head, let them float by. And allow your attention, your intention of this breath to serve you. Inhaling in the belly, up into the ribs and the collarbone. And as you exhale in reverse order, your body feels even more connected to your mat. All those contact points. Supporting us, grounding us, and connecting us. And when your mind starts to wander, just come back to the breath. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the ribs, up underneath the collarbones, and retain it just for a second. You exhale everything out, feel it reach the end of the fingertips, the toes, the top of the head. Bring some movement to those areas, rolling the head side to side. Inhale, the hands float overhead, the knees can come up, we roll over to our right side, and pausing here just for three things, 3 thoughts you have, 3 intentions, 3 ways you can bring this practice out, even in this socially distanced time. Inhale, maybe an intention or something you'd like to do to help someone through this time. Push yourself up. We'll meet in a final seated pose. Laying nice, easy, crossed your legs. Inhale, let the spine grow tall, hands meet overhead, and as they come down and meet at the heart. Namaste. If you're old enough to have ever seen Romper Room, you know, the children's TV show, there was a scene at the end where the host would break out this magic mirror and like pretend that she could see you in your home, and I kind of believed it, you know. So I don't have a magic mirror, but I do feel that we're connected. And so I see Lori and Laura and Debbie and Deb and Carol. And so it's important, I think, as I said, to start, and it's easier said than done, the importance of our little rituals, these rituals that serve us. And I know that Christina has a wonderful series on Ayurvedic coming up, and includes wonderful rituals that really help you. And so thank you for allowing me to share this ritual with you, and I hope you're well. Take care. See you in person soon.